Hello. I don't know how well this will work, given that it's outside. I figured, you know, better to be out in the sun, absorb some vitamin D and stuff. And I said in the video yesterday that I would reshoot parts of the video. So this would have started with an image that I created which says I'm okay, and I'm okay is made up of the word not. I made that because I'm okay, at least for me, and I would say for a lot of mentally ill people, people with anxiety, that sort of thing. It's a statement that we make that's not necessarily true. It's just easy. It's a go-to phrase. 9 times out of 10, it's probably a lie. And it's not necessarily a lie that we tell because we want to upset people or we want to hurt them or anything like that. But it's there's various reasons why you might, or why we, or I might do it. It might be that we just don't want to admit that we're not okay, or we're at a point where we're fighting it, and to say I'm okay, it's easier. It's not necessarily something you do out of, like, you know, like a malicious intent or anything. Most of the times I would say most of us don't do it because, you know, we're trying to hurt people or lie about it or something. It's just that when you've got a mental illness or an anxiety issue, you often find that people expect you to get better after a certain amount of time because that's how it's worked out in books, it's how it works out in films and television. And those things, they're not reality. That's not how living with a mental illness actually works. At least not for me, and not for people that I know. Mental illness is a lot more like an ocean, you know, like waves. It ebbs and flows, it comes in and it goes out, and you know, some days it's quite stormy and other days it's calm, and some days it will be tsunami, and other days it's, you know, it's like this, it's nice, it's sunny, it's peaceful, there's bird song everywhere, as I'm sure you can hear. So for us, saying I'm okay, it's sometimes the easiest thing to do because you don't want to admit you're not okay. And that's okay, you know, like it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to say I'm okay when you're not okay, because maybe you just don't want to deal with that sort of thing. You know, one of the things I've found is that people expect you to get better, and because of that, after a certain amount of time they think, you know, you just need to snap out of it. That's not a reality though, you know. You might find that a person with anxiety does that though, you know, like they'll tell themselves that they're going to snap out of it, but it's not really, you know, that's a personal thing for them. It's not something you should say to somebody, because, you know, it's a difficult thing for them to live with, and all of that. Person with issues, you know, they might hear you should just get over it. That's often one of those things that people do, you know. They understand for a while, you know, maybe a month, whatever, and then suddenly they think you should just be over it, and you know, particularly because that's how it's worked in film and television, all of that. And like I said, that's not reality. I think another part of that is that it becomes detrimental because we get trained to think that that's what it looks like, and that's not what it looks like, or that's not how it works. And then, you know, you spiral out because things aren't turning out the way that you think they should because you've seen it that way in a book or a film or whatever. Much like heart attacks, like, you know, over here we have, I think it's the Heart Foundation, has a video like, you know, who does the best reenactment of a heart attack, and there's people going, you know, and all that song and dance, and they're like, oh, but did you notice the person in the background that's holding the arm and all of that? And I'm like, I think the problem with that ad is that it again emphasises that it looks like that dramatic thing, and because they're not really clearly showing that this is what a person having a heart attack might look like, people still don't diagnose it, you know, or they don't realise they're having one because they keep thinking it needs to be that dramatic thing. And when it comes to females, a female heart attack generally has symptoms that aren't the same as a male's. So they might not get the pain in the arm, they might not even have chest pain, they might just vomit or whatever and they think it's food poisoning or it's something else, and it's not. They're having a heart attack. But that's the thing. If we take our knowledge of things from how they are shown in film, TV or in books, then we're not being shown the reality of it. And you know, that's why I say, you know, we've got that thing with mental illness, that people think it works a certain way and it doesn't work that way. I mean, I had a counsellor that told me I don't have anxiety issues because I didn't outwardly show signs of being anxious, but that's because I have been in situations where showing those signs of anxiety could have ended up with me being harmed, so I learned how to hide them. And that's, I think in the video I had yesterday I mentioned I don't have the kind of depression where I stay in bed all day. I get up, I'll find things to do, like I like stacking wood. I like just wandering, so I'll wander around the garden here and I'll look for bees or butterflies or any kind of insect. Spiders. I like spiders. Like, I hate spiders, and yet I like spiders because they're just interesting. You know, they weave intricate webs and stuff, and you know, there's a lot of beauty in that. So like, I don't stay in bed all day. I get up and I'll watch stuff on YouTube. I'll make videos like this. I'll go out, I'll listen to the birds and stuff. I'll play my guitar on the deck if it's warm enough. I find things to occupy myself with, but I'm not necessarily good mentally. And that's the thing with I'm okay, you know, like, it's a comfort answer. So yeah, for a lot of us I think it's the go-to answer. It's convenient, you know. Sometimes you just say I'm okay because you don't want to say I feel sad and I don't know why I feel sad, and that's definitely been me the past little while. I don't know why I feel depressed and lonely and stuff. Well, I suppose a reason for that is I live in the middle of nowhere. I've said this before. I don't really socialise with people, and I don't really keep contact with people that I grew up with, sort of thing. And part of that, of course, is the mental illness saying that I'm a burden and people don't want to talk to me. And another part of it's the anxiety. I just don't want to deal with people, particularly when I find, like, to be honest, people come and talk to me because they want something, but they don't want me. You know what I mean? Like, they're not coming to talk to me, or, you know, they're not coming along and saying, oh, you know, how's your day, because they actually care about how my day is. They're coming along because they want something, whether that's they're going to ask for money, which often I don't have. They're going to ask for my opinion on something, but generally it's because they want to complain about something, and whatever that something is, and I know this is extremely rude to say, whatever it is, it's stupid, and in my opinion is something that they could have avoided if they really wanted to, but they decide they know better and they end up in a stupid situation and their life is miserable or whatever. And yeah, I mean, it's like that saying, you lie down with dogs, you can expect to catch fleas. Same thing in life. If you hang around with people, and excuse the language, if you hang around with people that are genuinely pieces of shit, who really don't have your best interests in heart, you cannot expect them to suddenly get your best interests at heart, or to treat you well, or anything like that, because that's not what humans do. It has never been what humans do. We live in a society where people generally don't give a shit about you. They care more about what they can get from you. And that's really, really sad. And that, I think, links in a very good way to what I was saying about I'm okay. Because you know what? I'd rather say I'm okay when I'm not okay, because I really don't want to deal with their bullshit. Because I'm sick and tired of it. Every day, it's the same shit with some of these people. And they're not really going to be supportive of me. They're not going to be supportive of people like me. You know, it's like, I think currently we've got this government inquiry thing into the mental health sector. And a lot of people are like, oh, but we're talking about it, and oh, you know, we're putting money into it and stuff. And it's, you know, I made a statement the other day in a news article about it. It's not just about funding this stuff. It's actually about putting the right people in the right places for those people. So it's finding somebody that knows from experience what it's like to be in those places and talk to them if they've come out of it, because they have experience, they know what it's like. You can find rapport with these people because of that. And that's something you don't find with a lot of the nurses or the doctors or the psychiatrists or psychologists, because what they have is textbook examples. So like I said before, there was that counsellor that told me I don't have anxiety because I don't show the textbook examples of it. How can you expect people to help you if they don't actually understand it? I mean, I'm talking about people with this textbook stuff, much like the film and the book thing. They see this is how it goes, A, B, C. And they don't understand that in real life it's not A, B, C or 1, 2, 3. There's not a clear pattern to it. Some days you're A, some days it will go to B, but sometimes it goes straight through to Z. And the problem is with the textbook stuff, they need that strict way of doing it. That's how they know how it works, and it's not how it works. If you haven't actually been there, then yeah, like I said, you don't know. I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I have been sober for 17 and a half years. There are people I know in my life that have also struggled with alcohol, and the whole reason that we're actually friends is because we have that thing in common. They can talk to me about the issues because they know I know what it's like, I've been there. But they can't talk to other people about it because they don't understand what their form of alcoholism is, what they've seen in a book or in the film or whatever. And that's a problematic thing. This got very ranty. I really didn't intend for it to be ranty. It was meant to be about artwork I created. But maybe in its own way, that's exactly where I needed to go with this, because it explains it far more better about why we state we're okay when we're not. I mean, it's not, don't take it as a personal thing that like we're lying to you when we say it. Sometimes, like I said, it's a convenience thing. It's just so much easier to say I'm okay. Whether that's because we don't want to go into details about why we're not okay, or we just don't want to get into that place where we're not saying we're okay. You know, because we want to get on top of it. It's our way of coping. So I don't really know how to end this or whatever, or even if I've explained it well as to what I've been talking about. But I suppose that's a life thing, isn't it? Although we experience things differently, some of us experience it the same. And the statement, I'm okay, sometimes it's just the easiest thing for us to say. Sometimes it's true, we're okay. Sometimes it's not true, we're not okay. We don't want to deal with the idea that we're not okay, we want to push through it ourselves. And sometimes we say, I'm okay, because we don't want to hear a lecture about how great life is or how much worse somebody else has it. Because really at the end of the day, arguments like that, they don't go anywhere. You know, it just becomes a repetitive cycle, and that cycle needs to be broken. And I think what I was saying with the news article the other day, I think at the very end of it, I pointed out you don't need to be an expert to help people with mental illness or anxiety. Sometimes all you need to do is to listen to them, because that's all they really need. Somebody that will listen to them and not judge them. Because that judgment is what makes it really hard for people with mental illness, anxiety, alcoholism, drug addiction, whatever. That judgment is what stops them from getting help or wanting to be open about needing help. And that judgment, if you push it too far, is what leads them to suicide. Because at the end of the day, they get reinforced with the idea that that is the only way out of where they are. It's not a good thing. So when I created that piece of artwork, I'm okay, but it's made up of not, it's because that can be the reality of life. Sometimes you are okay, even though things aren't okay. Sometimes you're okay and things are falling apart, you just don't want to talk about it. Sometimes you're okay and you're just okay. But wherever you go in life, you remember you're loved, you're appreciated, and you do have meaning and purpose to people. It might not seem like it, and the illness definitely will try to tell you that's not the case. But like I said in one of my other videos, depression, mental illness, it lies to us. You can get through this. Till next time, take care of yourselves.